Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you will subscribe and enjoy my content. Today I'm going to be doing a tarot tag, hashtag midway catch up 2026. I think there were two tags going around, kind of almost the same, and I think I'm going to do them both. I was only going to do one, and I got tagged in this one a couple times. Thank you, lovely, sweet souls, my tarot community that I love, for tagging me in that. So anyway, we're going to start with the first one. What's been my go-to deck in 2026? I think in 2026, and it's surprising to me, I think I've used this deck the most. Not necessarily reading for myself, but for reading for other people. I've got so many oracles that match really good with it, and I didn't know that I was going to love this deck so much, but I do, and it gives great readings. This is the Star Seeker Tarot, and every time I go to do a reading for someone, or sometimes myself, I usually try to rotate them, but I just keep pulling for this one. So this one, I probably use this one more in 2026. Now, when I pull my decks out for the month, I try to stick with them for my personal readings. And, of course, I always use my soul deck that we'll get into later. But other than that, this has been the one that I've used the most, I would say, ever since I got it, it's been a while. So I would say in 2026, it just gives really good readings, and I connect with it. I love this Five of Wands where she's turning the wheel. I don't know. I just love it. This deck, it just makes me kind of happy. And I love the stars, and I just love the whole vibe. So, and I love the cat on the King of Wands' shoulder. So, yeah. This has been the one that I've probably pulled out the most. Number two, the most recent deck that I acquired. A lot of you have probably seen this. I just did a walkthrough on this, and it was the Changeling Tarot, which is probably going to be one of my next favorite decks ever. Now, I edged that it didn't come like that, but this deck, I'm telling you, the intuitive hits that run through my head when I'm just looking at this deck, like this Two of Wands, like they are doing some planning. Like they are making a plan. It looks like they're getting ready to do something big. They're all in secret with their candles, and my favorite Two of Wands that I've come across, I think, ever. But yeah, this is stunning. This is great artwork. She worked on this for 6 years, and I'm just really happy that I took a chance on it and got it. If you like the looks of it, it should be my video right before this one. I literally just did a walkthrough of this, and I had a lot of comments. A lot of people loved it. The guidebook, it's digital, but it is fantastic. And yeah, I feel like this could be one of my top 10s already. Next year, this will probably make it into my top 10s. If you could have any decks, mass market, indie, or out of print, what would it be? And we will moving right along. Show me your favorite crystals. One of my favorite ones is, my daughter bought me this. It's called a peacock stone. And I love this. It's special to me because she bought it for me, and it's special to me because it's like I can just feel the energy coming off of it. It makes me feel shiny and luxurious, and it makes me feel like I'm worth $1 million. So I love that. My next one is my worry stone. Now I do use it. It's like maybe I've got ADHD, but yeah, I use the worry stone. I like it. I have a couple of them. The next one is the red jasper in this heart. I think I have almost all of them in a heart. I've got like 10 of these, fairly good size. And I like the hearts. And I know you guys, if you watch me, you even have seen my Egyptian prophecy stone. I love it. It looks like a little turd kind of, but I did order it all the way from Egypt before the tariffs. My other favorite crystal is this black kyanite, which is also referred to as the witch's broom. I feel very intuitive, like I can read better when it's on my desk, on my reading table. I feel like my intuition hits an all-time high. I feel like my third eye just opens. So, and this may be a little bit weird that I love this, but this little desert rose, I'm not even sure it's a crystal, but I mean, like, what can I say? I freaking love this thing. I've got like 10 of them, and I love them. I got a thing for them. I like them. And my next one is the moonstone. This is one that I have. I have bigger ones, but this is the one that I keep on my reading table. Love the moonstone. Very intuitive. I love this rose quartz. I think it's beautiful. I love the hagstone when we talk about the jewelry. This is just one I keep on the table, but there's a particular one that I wear that I have a story about. And my all-time favorite one is this. And you'll see it. You'll see me using it a lot. Love it. And I love the amethyst. And I'm crazy over quartz. I love quartz. I keep some of my crystals in this little skeleton head here. I do tend to like the rougher than the smooth for some reason. It's just one little thing. I have so many of them, and I'm not going to try to show them all, but I am intrigued over that. It's just a whole vibe. It makes me feel, I don't know, it makes me feel more intuitive and like I connect with them. And I also have, I have a lot of jars of stones, but I was going to show you this one, particular one. I was in the Appalachians of New York and found a bunch of these. I'm not really sure what they are. You guys would probably laugh at some of the stuff that I have. I like finding stuff. I do like to go digging, but I was exchanging my daughter's pants. I was exchanging my daughter's pants in Belk, and I was trying to get in to my pocketbook, and it felt really heavy. And when I was pulling this stuff out, I like these little crystals too to use for Reiki. Anyway, while I was pulling out, I'm not going to take all these out. When I was pulling my stuff out of my pocketbook, I pulled out this rock about this big. And I had picked it up somewhere that I had went to the park. I actually picked it up at a park when I was with my grandson and put it in my pocketbook. And I've been carrying it around in my pocketbook, breaking my back. I meant to bring it home, but I don't know. I do stuff like that. It's just a big old rock. I mean, it's not a crystal. It's just a big rock that I picked up that was at a specific tree, and I wanted to remember it, and I wanted to bring something home from that particular place. So, you know, that's what I did. Sometimes I bring home pine cones. I got pine cones everywhere, or a little sprig off a tree. But yeah, so anyway, I don't care about whether they look fantastic or beautiful. Some of them I do. You know, everybody likes beautiful stuff, but sometimes it's just like rocks that you find, and that's okay too. And the next question: how many YouTube videos have you created in 2026? I have created 55 videos, not including the shorts for the post. So the next one, favorite jewelry. Okay, the next one is some of my favorite jewelry. I don't really wear a lot of jewelry when I'm at home. I always wear jewelry when I go out. This is one of my favorites. I do like, I make jewelry, so I'm gonna try not to show it all. This is one of, I usually always wear this one, and then I will wear another long one. Necklaces are my favorite. I love these mala beads. I was a yoga instructor and meditation coach, so I'll wear it, but I'll also, you know, do my meditation while there's 108 of the mala beads, so I love that. And I made this, so I like this. I like to wear it. I like kind of this gothic-y looking with the crosses, so I have a lot that kind of looks similar to that, like that. I like this pentagram that I like to wear for protection. Rosary beads that I don't know if I'm going to if I'm going somewhere like the hospital, which having special needs kids, I go to the hospital a lot. I'll take the rosary beads and the mala beads, and you know, I can wear them and use them. So pray the rosary. If you know me, you'll know that I dip into a little bit of all the religions. Pagan being my go-to. I make bracelets. You can put essential oils in these, and it kind of soaks them up. I love ankle bracelets, so that would be something that I would wear. I don't like expensive jewelry because I always lose it. I've lost so much expensive jewelry, so I wear costume jewelry. Here's the old spoon ring. It's just a ring that I found that I like. I like stuff like this. This is spin ring. Yin yang ring, and just a thumb ring there, and just another, like, I don't know, I don't wear a whole lot of rings. This is one of my favorite rings. This is my little angel ring. Now this is this is not costume jewelry. This is a real ring, and I've managed not to lose it, knock on wood. And like the little toe rings. Like, I think I ordered like 20 of these because I lose them. Oh, this is my favorite bracelet. This is keep fucking going. And sometimes I wear it, and I usually wear this every time I walk out the door, but I can just look at it and be like, or I usually wear them all, to be honest with you, because I can be gaudy with my jewelry. But, you know, I don't care. And if I want to do the browns and the gold, I like these big old chunky bracelets. The little clock in there, that's kind of my vibe. And for earrings, I have to calm down with them sometimes. I like big earrings. I like hoops. I have a lot of earrings. Would I wear that? Yes. I like these. I like stars. I also have little crescent moons. I'm still stuck in the 80s, so if it's got feathers on it, I'm gonna wear it. So I like feathers, and I like stuff like this, and they're not heavy. I don't like heavy jewelry on my ears. I feel like it pulls my ears. And also, like, this is my vibe here. I have a dream catcher on the side of my leg that goes from my hip all the way down to my knee with birds flying out of it. So I love stuff like that. So I think that's all my jewelry that I was going to show. I've got a story time. You may not believe me, but I'm telling a story here. This particular, you can tell that it looks different from this one. And this one used to look like this one. But anyway, this came from, I ordered these from back before the tariffs. Again, I hate the tariffs. I hate the administration. Anyway, back before all that, when we could order, I ordered these from a family in Ireland that would go pick them up. And they came from Ireland. And I would order a bunch of them and make jewelry out of them and sell them. But this particular one, right after COVID, I was wearing this one. Anyway, first time I was going out in 2 years. I was going to a New Year's Eve party. And I was wearing this. And I was in a head-on collision, a pretty bad one. This was 2 years right after COVID, right after things started opening up. And anyway, I had this on, had a head-on collision. And my car was so crunched up, couldn't even get the keys out of the ignition. I didn't know what was going on. Like, I was out of it. The ambulance came. I was feeling my face for blood and my head for blood. I felt something leaking down my neck, and I was so confused. I didn't know where it was coming from. This thing had water just dripping from it, and it wasn't raining. It was about 7 o'clock at night. There was no rain. There was no reason why that should have been wet. So I got in the ambulance. I had a lot of broken bones. I broke my hip. My pelvic bone was broken in half. My shoulder was broke. My wrist was broke. My fingers were broke. Anyway, so when I was in the ambulance, she was asking me where the water came from, because by that time, like, it leaked down and was on my shirt. And I told her it was coming from it was dripping out of my necklace. And I think she thought, like, I had lost my mind or was on drugs or something. I don't know. But believe it or not, I believe it 1,000%. And I really don't know what the sign was, but it was a good sign to me. And this will forever be like my protection. Like, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. You know, some people might say, well, you broke all those bones and you totaled your car. And yeah, but did I die? No. Anyway, I never got any bad vibes from it. It was just all really good. And the fact that it just had water leaking from it, I feel like that was my my water ancestors, like, talking to me. So, you know, now you know how maybe you think I'm crazy, but, you know, that's my damn story. This is something special to me. That's my truth. So there, okay. And a lot of you are going to really appreciate this story. So anyway, my favorite items, of course, is this. I love this. So I use this. It's kind of like my wand. I have this amethyst. I do have my Egyptian stone, Egyptian prophecy stone. I have some crystal quartz. I have a hag stone. Not the one on the necklace, but just one that I keep. I have the moonstone, and it kind of sits in my worry stone. I have this witch's broom, this black kyanite, if I'm saying it right. And I have this little goddess that was carved. And I have this selenite heart. And I have my frog, which I just like it to be there. And you usually don't see this because you can't tell what it is sitting up, but it's usually sitting up at the very top of my table. But it's like a cobra. Now this is a crystal. I'm not sure what kind it is. It was carved. I ordered this one from Etsy, and it's one of my favorites. So, and I don't show this one either. I don't know why, but it's on my table. My little desert rose. I just feel like it's special for some reason. It's different, and I like different. Okay, let's see what the next one is. Okay, my hug deck. Since I have received it, which has been a while, is the Gentle Tarot. And I edged it in blue. But this is my hug deck, and this is my hug deck. I have the My Friend Fire and the Grandmother's Song, which I'm going to do a review on. I haven't done a review on that one, but they go so good together. And it's just like a big old family when I put all three of them together. I feel like my family's here, just loving on me and hugging on me and telling me everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. No matter what, we'll get through it. And this is my hug deck. My soul deck, and if you watch my channel, you probably know, it's the Slow Tarot. I got this pre-loved, and as soon as I got it, there was an instant I'm in love. And I kind of edged it in this yellow green. Anyway, this deck is like everything to me. Like, can we just stop and admire this Page of Cups? I think this is the most fantastic deck. We connected immediately. Maybe I used it in a past life. Who knows? But I'm telling you, this is definitely this girl's soul deck right here. I love every single card, and usually in the deck there's one or two cards that you love the deck, but there's usually one or two cards that you're not absolutely crazy about. I love every card in this deck, and it just speaks to me. I especially love the pages. Like, they're phenomenal. I just love everything about it. I know there was some controversy, I think, about this Empress. I love this Empress. She's just a regular looking person. I love that. But yet she is our Mother Gaia and our Mother Earth. I love this Hanged Man. He's been hanging there so long, he's got webs. Look at this little page. The pages are, the archetypes and the court cards are great. Everything is great. This card, it took me a minute with this one. I did not know that they were holding out this big long map or scroll, and that just made all the difference in the world. We have Lady Luck there giving us a wink. Check it out. The 7 of Coins. Look, I got Lady Luck snuck in there. Like, this deck is just full of little Easter eggs that you didn't see before, and you're like, oh my god, how in the hell did I miss that? The World, I love this. This looks like the Yggdrasil tree. I just love everything about it. I just love everything about it. My Southern drawl is really coming out when I get excited. I think the more excited I get, the more Southern I speak. But and I love, like, the little animals in the deck. It's like this cat is so unbothered that somebody's just come in the house and stole everything that they have. It's fantastic. What a great representation, too, of this 9 of Swords with this black stallion running in the background. It's like you can't stop. You can't shut it down. It's just going, 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 going. running. Anyway, that's my soul deck. Pendulums. This one is my favorite. This is amethyst, and this is a rose quartz. So sometimes I'll use that. And also, I use runes, but I'm still working on memorizing the meanings. I do have a metal sign that I keep nearby when I use them with the meanings on them. So I use these. They're on black obsidian stones. Like, we'll take this book for instance, but it could be any book that you choose, and like I'll just go through it and just be like, you know, what is my spirit guides or my higher self need to tell me? What do I need to know today? And let's say I open up to this. The next message you need is always right where you are. Sorry. The next message you need is always right where you are. That would be one. Let's do another one for the fun of it. I really like doing this, especially with just regular books. People sacrifice the present for the future, but life is available only in the present. That is why we should walk in such a way that every step can bring us to the here and the now. And I needed to hear that right now. I did. I just had a struggle day. And I always also like to use these Power of Surrender cards by Judith Orloff. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I really like these cards. They're cards. They're not tarot cards. They're it's surrender cards. So let's take a look. Surrender to the wisdom of your body, and then you get this like a divination meaning. Surrender to your need to always be right. And these cards really help me. It's not just like surrendering to forgive somebody. Like, you get a really deep, good message. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. Surrender to your intuition. Surrender stubbornness. And I also think these cards are good to use for, like, before a tarot reading, to be the energy of the reading. Like, what do I need to surrender to? And then ask the tarot cards, or ask my higher self through the tarot cards, like, how do I go about doing this? What is the best way I can surrender to divine timing? What is the best way I can surrender to silence? What is the best way I can surrender my addictions? What is the best way to surrender to receiving support and love? So I think these are great cards. If you want to see a walkthrough of these, let me know, because I don't know that I would consider these oracle cards. Maybe that they're just called the Power to Surrender, and I think they're very helpful. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to journal with one today. It's been a rough day. And also the same person, Judith Orloff, the Empath's Empowerment deck. And I think these are great tools to use as well for divination, to sit and meditate on it, quiet your mind, assert your authentic needs, meditate on the spaciousness of air, let go of being a martyr. That is hard to do. Focus on gratitude. I struggle with that too. Anyway, if you want to see a walkthrough of these, I would love to do one. These are also some very helpful cards that I would consider them to help you see in your shadow side as well, and to help you release things, and to meditate and journal with, are some of my very favorite cards. And also, I stuck all these in just one bag. These are cognitive behavioral therapy cards. And also DBT and CBT. I just kind of put them together. I have CBT, DBT, and the ACT cards, and I just kind of shuffle them all up together most of the time, but we'll just take a look at them. If you have post-traumatic stress disorder, I think they're great for that. Do you really think that? It's just really good things to journal with. Listen with presence. A new recipe. Thoughts are not facts. You're not the only one. No regrets. What's this one? Notice what you have. I think these are good cards to use. Well, these could be used after a tarot reading if it was a very stressful or kind of a traumatic tarot reading, because sometimes you'll have that. And recognizing self-limiting beliefs. And I think these are all really good cards to use, especially as a pull for the day and to journal with. So, and another divination tool that I use is the Angel Numbers book. I don't know how I got caught up in this, but I did. And if I see synchronicities of numbers when I'm doing a tarot reading or an oracle reading, I will want to look them up in these Angel Numbers book. And it usually gives you a nice little message that usually goes right along with the reading. So anyway, I wanted to add that. And the next question is, what 2026 deck releases are you looking forward to? And I am looking forward to Woman in Total Control. I think this is going to be a good one. Also, the Witch's Toth Tarot. This one looks like it's going to be really good. I like the keywords on the bottom since I can read with the Toth, but I'm not that familiar with it. And I do think, let's see, I'm not sure if there's going to be pips in this one or not. But anyway, I'm interested in finding out. The next one is this little pocket oracle here, the Familiar Magic. I think it will go well with the Changeling Tarot. And I like the little pocket size for oracles, especially if it's a big picture and it's not a tiny little picture that you have to look at. Those look like fairly big pictures, and I think it would go well with that. And the other one is the Haptic Tarot. I do believe this was a indie deck at some point, so I want to look into getting that. And the other one that I'm interested in is the Storm Cloud Oracle. Now, I have seen, it says it's not going to release in the States until September the 8th. But I have seen people do walkthroughs of it, and I'm guessing it's probably already released in the UK, which with the tariffs, you know, we can't order anything from over there. So, and the last one I think is going to be good is the Nordic Forest Rituals. This looks really cool to me. This also looks like it would go good with the Changeling Tarot. And the sides are orange. I really love that. This is probably the Oracle deck that I'm looking forward to getting. And so that is all of that. And number 12 is your favorite tarot tubers. I wrote about that in the description. I just felt like it'd be easier to write about it than talk about it. So you can find my answer number 12 in the description. And number 14, pull a card from a deck you haven't used in a while and see what message it has for you. So let me go find a deck that I haven't used in a while. I'll be using the Tarot of Strange Antlers to get my message, because I haven't used this deck in a while, and this is kind of my alone journey deck, and I kind of feel like really alone today for me. And then I'll pull one for you guys. All right, so I had one jump out for me. So let's see, what do we have for me? Ha, that is me. I feel like I'm more like the Queen of Swords than any other archetype in the deck, or any other court card, rather. I am a triple air energy, and I'm very blunt, which causes trouble sometimes because I just speak what I think. But I feel like it's telling me to stand in my power and to embody the Queen of Swords that I am, and to keep cutting through to the truth. And she is a very strong, intellectual, intelligent woman who stands in her own power. And I feel like she is probably the most lonely of all queens. So I resonate with that too. And we kind of even have some of the same. She's got a little vine going up her arm, as do I. Yeah, just to stand in my truth and speak my truth, and that's all I can do. Just to be who I am. That is my message from me. Now, what is the message for you guys? Let's see. Get a message. It didn't really say that in the prompts, but I'm going to do it anyway. What is the message that somebody might need to hear that's watching this? And we have a jumper here with just the 3 of Cups. So, maybe somebody needs some support. So support your friends. Maybe your friends need to support you. I feel like this card is all about supporting each other and celebrating the wins. Sometimes we don't have many wins, but let's celebrate the ones that we have and support each other. Yeah, let's support one another and be there for each other. And this could be something personal in your life that's hitting on you right now. Maybe you need support. Maybe somebody you know needs support. And maybe you just need to go out and forget about all your troubles and all the shit that's going on in your life and just have a good time with your friends. It would be nice if you had a place in the woods to gather around the bonfire and just be free and have you a glass of wine or whatever, a mocktail, whatever it is that you like, and just dance and be free and have fun around the fire. That looks like freedom to me. It looks like fun. So that is what I have, and let's look at my next question. What are some goals for your channel moving forward in the rest of 2026? You know, my goals, I just want to, I hope I can reach more people. I hope I can have more community and gain some support and some friends. I've made some good friends. That's my biggest goal. I mostly do this because I enjoy doing it, and it's kind of disassociating from other things for me. And I enjoy doing it because I love art and I love the whole aspect of tarot tubing. But I think my main goal is just to keep doing what I'm doing and keep building my community up and meeting new friends of like-minded people, because where I live, there's not a lot of that. And yeah, so that's what I have. And peace out, friends. I love you guys.